friends, welcome back. S'more, Vladimir, Silverblade Dagger, and Sharky bringing you some more 7 Days to Die Valmod Edition.
Yay!
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 Confetti pop, poof! What do you guys got going on back at the base?
We had kaboom of Betty.
Very nice.
I heard Sharky giggling, so it had to be something explosives related.
Good.
Yeah.
So, we are going to be bringing you a How to Survive Your First Night if you are just joining us with the console edition. A, congratulations, fantastic purchase. B, Hal, what do you have in store for us, sir? Our first night, what are we doing?
Okay, so from a fresh spawn, you're not going to have any gear. If you're the PS4 and eventually the Xbox versions don't support mods this time, so you're not going to actually be able to play in the Valmod version. But what we're doing here and what we're going to be talking about does carry over between the editions, regardless of which platform you're playing on. So, first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to gather a couple of pieces of grass. Just walk up, start punching it. You'll pick it up automatically. I generally recommend having about 20 or so because you've got a starter quest that will walk you through some of this, and you're going to need it anyway, so just have it, and that way you've got it when you need it. All right. When you're doing this, you're going to find these little lumps, and I think, S'more, I think you already picked them all up, didn't you?
I picked one of them.
All the small stones. Yeah, no worries, no worries. So you want to find these small stones. If you're in an area like this where you're in a forest, they're usually somewhere in the grass or along the side of the road. Not difficult to find. If you're in a desert, you're screwed. What you're going to need to look for are things like the boulders. And as silly as this sounds, you just walk up and start punching them. And eventually you will get a couple of pieces of stone out of here. Hopefully. Watch, they're going to have changed this, right?
There's one right behind you.
Yeah, no.
Okay, all right. So after you have acquired your 2 pieces of stone, you're going to need some wood. So feel free to take down these little azalea bushes. They're an easy source of wood, or you can also go up and beat on a larger tree.
Right.
Punch it. Yeah.
So after you've gotten those 3 things, we're going to make a very simple
Yeah, the pickaxe, the
Stone
stone axe.
little hatchet.
So you just craft one of these up. And yes, I've got a full inventory, but you know, we've been playing for a while, so.
Now, with your stone hatchet, if you're playing multiplayer, you just run up to your friend and you smack them in the face with it. After you're done doing that,
Make sure you are friended with each other
take it to
before
a
you do it.
tree.
Oh.
Yeah, Hal.
Hey, it's not my.
People on friending before shooting them in the face with a shotgun.
Hey, I didn't unfriend you. You weren't on my friends list at the time.
Yeah, a likely story.
Technicalities.
So as you can see, if you're looking from S'more's side or from my side, as you're harvesting things, punching is the least efficient way of gathering any resource in the game except for grass. If you're trying to gather wood, you do want to have at least a stone axe because it'll be much faster and you get more out of it for the same amount of energy. And the reason this is important is because you're going to take that wood that you've just harvested and you're going to make any tools that you need because you already have a stone axe. You can make a stone shovel, which you will need later. But for right now, what you want to do is look for an item called frame. So it's a wood frame. In the Valmod edition, it requires you to have a specific skill to craft. In the vanilla version, which is what you're going to have on either Xbox or PlayStation, this is unlocked by default. And you're going to
only on PlayStation, not Xbox.
It's supposed to be coming to Xbox as well. We're just forward-proofing everything just in case.
I follow you.
So no matter which platform you're playing on, if you're playing with vanilla, you can make wood frames from the start as long as you're not playing in Valmod. That's what it comes down to. You're going to want to make as many of these as possible. I've got enough lumber to make 6 currently.
So I have 70. Because
Nice.
I came prepared. Also, guys, please note that when you make your first stone hatchets, they're going to suck, like big time.
Yeah.
If you have time in the day, and don't be afraid to give yourself a much longer daytime, like the 2-hour, the 120-minute option, when you're first starting out is not a bad idea.
Yeah, I think the default setting for both the console and PC now for vanilla is actually the 2-hour day.
Awesome, yeah, because you're going to need it, especially when you're first learning.
Yeah.
So, do we want to throw up a house or like a tower and a platform, Hal? What do you think?
I say, since this is a day 1 thing, I would say go ahead and just do a small platform.
Okay.
So I'm just going to lay out a framework so we know roughly where our corners are going to be. And I always do a 5x5 mainly because of the fact that it gives you enough room to put things that you need, like your sleeping bag as well as the campfire. 2,
On
3,
top of
4,
that,
5.
having odd-numbered widths on structures makes it easier to find the center.
Yes.
So if you're obsessed with symmetry, that's the route to go.
I see where you put all your stuff.
Oh.
And when you fart,
Oh,
you're
that's
not going
funny.
to suffocate as well.
See that?
How helpful we are, aren't we?
Enough seriousness.
Looks like there's some.
All right, Hal.
What
What are we
Alright.
doing next, buddy?
Okay, so now that you've got your edges for what you're trying to build, you want to build up at least 3. I always say 4 to 5 blocks high. That way you're high enough that the zombies can't get to you.
Let's do 4. I like 4.
Yeah, 4 is usually good. They can still attack the floorboards if they're trying to, but
See, I don't think so at 4. I think at 4 you're good unless they're standing on another zombie.
right. Well, we haven't put the defenses down. That's why, because we're going to put some spikes down here as well.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So while S'more's building the platform, as you can see, we're 4 high now. You going for 5? Okay. So what he's going to do is actually finish the platform build. I'm going to go ahead and grab some more lumber because I need to make the ladders, and we also want to get a little bit more wood so we can do some upgrades, some very basic upgrading. We're not going to do a whole lot because the Day 7 horde isn't that bad. Well, usually. But if you're completely new to the game, it's going to be crap your pants
Default
usually.
settings.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the default settings aren't too bad. You know, another thing, too, to keep in mind, guys, if you're new to the game, is the structural integrity to the game is a little wonky, but we can work with it. So the reason I haven't filled in this center platform is because I don't think the structural integrity, this unupgraded wood frame, can actually hold all of these without all of it just collapsing.
No, it should take it.
You think so?
Yeah, it'll do 5, not 6. The upgraded wood will do 6.
Even
So-
then, you guys will notice I'm placing these around this perimeter and not just chucking them in willy-nilly. And even then, I don't want to go stand on that.
Yeah, so if you go...
Because your body can
You're fine.
block too.
Yeah, you're fine.
Well, you're fine.
Well,
Alright.
I know I'm fine.
So let me make a couple of ladders. We're just going to make a couple of wooden ladders. We're going to do... I don't know... you went 4 up?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make 3. Because if you put a ladder here at the base level and then go all the way up, the zombies can use that to get up to you. Zombies don't jump, though. So what you can do is go 1 block up and place your frame there. It's just easier to do this way.
But they're spider zombies.
Spider zombies can climb, so that doesn't
We
count.
will get to that, don't worry. And I
So-
also just realized that since I have the high ground and Hal is not focusing on what he's doing, I really should have some sort of ranged weapon out, and I should be doing nice slow sweeps to make sure that we don't get surprise random ported,
Yeah, nothing like surprise zombie sex.
right?
Okay, so
Hey, no.
So now that we have a ladder up, we have a platform. What you're going to want to do is equip your axe. If you happen to find a hammer, count your blessings that you found one. Those things are ridiculously hard to find early game, but it's not uncommon. And I don't have upgrade kits because we're in Val's mod.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do I have? I have raw. I think I have metal. Yeah, I do. Okay. So we're gonna make some crude nails. Now, normally you don't have to do this.
Right.
This is just because it's Val mod and it adds a lot of difficulty to the game that you don't normally have to deal with. And this is one of the things that you have to deal with. Okay. So I need what? 3 of these? 2 of these? Oh.
But there's also 4 of us playing in this game right now, and
Yeah.
so the difficulties of Valmod are also offset by the fact that there's 4 of us.
Yes.
Yes.
So normally what you would do is you need 10 pieces of wood or lumber in your inventory for every level that you want to upgrade. Wood blocks can be upgraded twice. So the first one takes you to this normal wood. The second upgrade takes you to reinforced. Now, if you have scrap metal with you, you can also upgrade it even further to metal reinforced. Now, the structural integrity on anything wooden higher, as long as it's still a wood block, is the same. It's 6 blocks, which means you can go from here, the block that I'm standing on, out 6 blocks before it collapses. At the 6th block, it'll all come tumbling down, which is why we have these spaced 5 apart. And that way we can...
I was just going to add, too, that as you get better at building and better at understanding and predicting the structural integrity, you may be able to go out only 6 blocks, but you can go out, I think, 5 more blocks past that for a total span of 11 blocks. If you build your vertical supports and then come out a block at a time from each support to meet with your last horizontally placed wood frame in the very middle.
Like
Yes.
a keystone in a
Thank you.
an
Yes.
arch.
That's exactly right. So guys, so for up here, Hal showed us that we can upgrade 3 times for the wooden frame, but I wouldn't suggest doing it more than the first time. We do need to be resource conscientious after all. It's going to take you a lot of time to hack all this lumber down with your crappy stone hatchet, and so we want to stretch it as much as we can.
Yes. So just as a point of reference, since this is a 5 by 5 platform, you're talking 25 blocks. That's 250 pieces of wood that you need to have just to do the single upgrade, plus the 10 wood that it takes to create each of them. So you need 500 wood just to build just this platform. That's not even the
that's not the
the
legs
supports.
underneath
So
of it.
in total, if you get about 1,000 lumber, you should be good for your first actual build.
And don't take long to get that.
No, it only takes a couple of minutes. As I showed with even a mediocre stone axe, it only takes you maybe 5-10 minutes to gather all of that lumber.
Some other things to consider too, that if you really like where you're at, nothing says you can't have a starter build like this and use it as a launch pad for something better.
Yep.
Right? Also, don't be afraid to take over one of those abandoned houses. You're going to spend probably as much lumber kind of fixing that up as you would this. So, just something to keep in mind too. Lots of
Yeah.
options.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have
Can you
enough
come to my
upgrades?
base?
I'm making some more nails right now.
Just
Gotcha.
check your chat.
Yay.
You'll see why.
So something else to keep in mind too, guys. That 4 blocks is not high up enough to sprain or break an ankle, which is nice. And then if you're running low on your stone and your metals, these resource boulders here are fantastic choices to go after. Let's see. Let's pitch the maple seed. And then from here, you get both stone and the scrap iron, which is what Hal is using right now for his nails.
Yeah, I'm gonna need one more kit. So if you get 10 pieces of scrap, could you convert that over for me into nails, please?
Sure can.
Actually, you know what? I've got some short iron pipes.
Let's see.
That should be enough there.
Yeah. Do you need
Yeah.
crude nails, or are you all right?
No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Okay. And then let's see. I think I can make the carpenter kits too. 10.
Nice.
Oh, but I have no nails. I'm also
The
gonna
safe.
just fab a whole bunch of nails.
Okay.
Check the safe.
All right. So, as you can see, we now have a platform to survive, and we've got
This is my
zombies
mistake.
across the water. So the next thing that you're going to want to be doing, and one of the reasons why I was telling you to grab as much grass and wood earlier as possible, is because you need to make, or you're really going to want to make, a wooden bow. These things will be your lifeblood. So we're just going to go ahead and craft one of these really quick. Now my skill is, like S'more was saying earlier, my skill is much higher, so you're going to see me create a better bow than you would be able to at the start. So keep it in mind that you're going to probably get a bow that's like a quality level 1, maybe 2 when you're finished.
So guys, here's a great example. I heard her coming. I heard her hit. I folded up this like a chicken, and she can't get up here, and we can easily just dispatch her.
Yep.
And you could have done that just as easily with a bow and arrow.
Yep. It's actually, I
How
think,
did you
easier.
Did you shoot at her?
No. You hit her.
That must just smell delicious.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know what pulled her over here. And then in Val's mod, all the corpses turn to those bags and have sandwiches in them.
Yeah, you get a lot of sandwiches in this game.
Sandwiches.
Which I mean, they'll keep you alive. You're just not going to do a whole lot
Right. So-
while eating those. So.
All right. So we're going to grab a little bit more stone, because now that we have a bow, you're going to want to make an axe as well. So what this is going to require is you to have stone, wood, and feathers. You get the feathers.
You mean arrows?
Yes. What did I say?
Axe.
No, I said I was using the axe on the stone.
Oh, gotcha. Excuse me. Obviously, my mistake. So while you
No worries.
are talking about it, I'm going to manufacture a whole buttload of arrows.
Okay, sounds good. I actually have some feathers on me as well. So I'm
Nice.
just going to make.
Take them from you? Because I have a lot here, and I don't know where I got them from.
You probably actually, you know what? You probably got them. Yes, you did. You got them from the nest that I stored mine in.
Yes. So I'm going to craft half of them, and here's the other half. You ready?
All right, sure.
And they are on the deck. And guys, normally the game on PC is not quite
Oh.
as laggy or as glitchy.
You might need to pick them up because I'm not finding them. Oh, it's because I've got a full inventory.
However, Valmont has like a bajillion more items in it than the
Did you-
vanilla version, and I did pick them back up, yes.
Okay.
So,
I have a genius.
You want to drop them again, and I'll pick them up this time. I'll just
this time
drop.
for reals?
Yeah.
Okay.
I picked up the bandages by accident.
Uh-huh. A likely story, Hal.
Got them. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Right. So, I'm actually,
and
I'm
so-
gonna go for it.
For it.
I'm not saying anything. Go for it.
All right, so now that you have an elevated killing platform, a way that mostly only you should be able to get up, and you've got a bow and arrows, you're fairly well set. And if you can get a stack of 100 arrows and enough materials to make a few bows, because your early bows again are not going to be very good and they're going to break rather quickly, you're set. Like you can survive a bit from up there, provided you don't die of hunger or hydration.
Yes. Now,
However, Hal, I do have one problem with our build here, sir. Our supports here are not so bueno.
yes, we need to upgrade them.
Now, you could probably lose any one of these supports and be okay if you were careful.
Like that, you mean?
Oh, God, I threw up my mouth a little bit. Yes, just like that, sir.
Ew.
Right, ew. So from here, these are worth upgrading all as far as you can. And I think you can even upgrade to the scrap tree, can't you?
You can, in vanilla, yes, you can actually upgrade all the way from the wood frame to reinforced concrete. And for vanilla, that doesn't require anything other than having specific skills to use the concrete itself. But if you have the materials, you can take it all the way up to the top tier stuff, which is steel. It's just really expensive to do it this way. Because each level within a specific tree,
Send
so
them out.
okay, so each upgrade within a specific tree takes 10 of that particular resource. So for the wood to go from a frame to the finished wood block that you see here is 10 lumber. To go from that to the reinforced is another 10 lumber. To go from this to the reinforced metal is 10 iron. And then there is a tier above that which will take you to scrap, where it becomes, the entire block becomes a very lightly low durability metal. That takes 20, and then it's 10 metal. There's 10 more iron to upgrade to the second tier of that. And then if you want to go to cement, it takes 20 cement for that one block. So where normally it only takes 10 of the base resource. So if I had the frames for it, it would only take me 10 cement to start at the cement tier. So it sounds complicated, but it's actually really intuitive once you get used to it. Basically,
Right.
it's 10 to upgrade, it's 20 to change the upgrade tier.
So, Silver, can you come too deep?
Let's grab some more
More
lumber.
nails. And again, guys,
Salt.
we're jumping through a few additional hoops just because of Valmont.
Yeah.
I wanna ask you something. Since the guys are not out here, so I can't ask them.
Okay, heading back.
Did you make more nails?
I made 90 more, and that made
Yeah,
15 carpenter's kits.
Okay. So you should have enough to finish those off then.
Yeah, but I don't have enough to go to iron or to metal reinforced. You got that?
I will shortly.
South side, Sharky?
Salt.
And again, guys, it might
yes.
seem like this is taking a while, but like we're
Southeast.
talking a lot, you know, and explaining a whole lot. Once you get
Watch out on
the
the
hang of this,
mines.
this will go real quick, and you'll be able to focus and try hard, and you'll get this down real quick.
Yeah.
And this is a pretty durable, if not a little resource-heavy structure. Again, you can lose one of these and it's not the end of the world for you.
Yeah.
But you don't want to lose 2, because keep in mind that if you lost 2, you would lose the platform, and you would lose everything on top of the platform too.
Right.
So,
Can I say something? Yeah, Silver. So basically, the middle row should be from bars, and this is gonna be something like a bunker, so we can actually shoot zombies from over here.
Okay.
What do you think? And this is gonna be not from cobblestone. It's gonna be something harder or something. I don't know.
But we can just
Basically, like
frame
a
it out.
bunker. Yeah, I didn't have the frames. That's why I asked you. Do you have some frames?
And for some reason, I'm kind of like stuck. The hell?
No.
Okay,
So just I'm completing it right now. So basically, a hole under that thing connected.
Add
to
some
the
more dropping metal.
main tunnels.
what? Oh, I don't have the recipe to scrap it. So you can scrap by default in vanilla.
Yes.
So guys, what I threw up here was an
What do you think?
anti-spider zombie lip, right? It's going to keep them from scurrying at the sides and hitting you in the back when you're not paying attention, because that's when they'll do it.
Yes. So, yeah. Now in vanilla, you generally don't have to worry about spider zombies in the first horde that you get on day 7. You will need to worry about them by day 14, though.
Oh, definitely.
Depending on your luck and how much aggro you're generating with the zombies, you shouldn't have anything worse than like the bloated walkers. They're the fat guys that tend to give you sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Yes.
And so, guys, this is really about it. Now, some more things to keep in mind. You might not be real active at night, so at night is a fantastic time. And make sure you've got the resources ahead of time to do this. But night is a fantastic time to spam craft your bows, your arrows, any gunpowder you might be able to make, and most importantly, your stone axes, because those are going to get your toolsmithing skill up.
Yes.
Once you've got a little bit more of a base established, you can start mining at night too, which is also time well spent.
So, and like we were saying earlier, the game does have a tutorial mission that will walk you through a lot of the basics of this. This is what when you're done with those quests, this is what you're actually going to use. This is how you apply the stuff that you're learning. So keep that in mind. They are trying to make it a little bit friendlier for new players, but the learning curve on this game
It's really steep.
Yeah, and more importantly, the rapid rate of increase in difficulty from the zombies is no joke. The scale is basically, Mount Everest. It goes from very easy to very steep very quickly.
Don't get frustrated, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a zombie survival, so you should start learning really, really fast.
And if you get frustrated, you can always blame Mad Mole, or at the very least,
Yep,
Kristen.
that's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll understand the Christian joke unless they've watched a couple of the videos, though.
Well, that
Which
means they
you
just
should
have
be
to watch.
doing.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Something blew up. Oh, that was useful.
All right.
Well, Hal,
So,
is there anything else you want to add to our very first night base? I mean, I remember starting in Alpha 6 where I would build a treehouse and then a zombie would come and just take it out.
yeah, it's... you do want to make sure, like I said, when you start playing, try to grab 20 to 30 of the grass, because you'll need the fibers. You get 2 fiber for each plant that you take down. It adds up very, very quickly because you will need it for the bows. You're also going to need it for things like your bedroll, which is this wonderful little device right here.
Definitely make the bedroll and throw that bad boy down.
Now, what this does is this acts as a spawn point for you.
Wait,
So,
don't kill.
So when you place this down, you'll get a marker on your map, on your compass at the top of your screen, and you can use that to find your base. So if you happen to be away from your base when you die, you'll be able to, if you respawn where you died, you'll be able to find your way back. Generally speaking, I always suggest that you actually respawn on your bedroll, not near it, simply because if you've got it in a protected area like this, you're less likely to get immediately killed by zombies who are trying to eat your corpse. So.
True.
And this reason we did it 5x5 is, as you can see, there's plenty of room up here to put storage. You can put in your cooking, like if you've got your cooking fire, you can put that in here.
Your forge, if you're that far ahead early on, if you are, good for you.
Yeah.
Some storage.
And if not, we feel your pain because we go through it
Oh
too.
man.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
yeah, like Alpha 11, they tied the forge, they gated it behind a forge book, and people were going to like on YouTube, they were going to like episode 10 or 15 without finding that forge book. They were getting into like day 10.
Dude, I
No
was
forge.
at like day 30 before
Oh,
I found a
God.
forge once. It was really, really brutal because I basically was living in the desert because there was that one ranger station
Uh-huh.
that has the forge. And that was before
Sure.
you could upgrade the blocks, so I had to take blocks out and replace them one at a time. So I didn't bring the
Sure.
entire thing down on me. And then
Good times.
yeah, and then just as a small
good
tip,
times.
yeah, just as a small tip for the folks that are playing along at home, the first block or the first time you put a secure chest down, I do recommend putting it over the corner where you've got your support, because that way, if they destroy everything else, this is most likely to survive.
Yep,
So you-
and that is what you want to survive. If you have to pick
Yes.
something, your secure chest is a good choice.
Yeah, because if everything else blows up, you can set a waypoint for yourself where where you have your base. So even if you don't have a bedroll, you can still have a marker to get back to it. So that is probably one of the first things you want to do once you've got everything running.
Another quick note I want to point out is we actually picked this location for a reason. It's got pretty good line of sight all around it. It's very close to a water source. In fact, the only thing I really don't like about it are these two boulders right here, because with your luck, the game will actually spawn the hordes in and they'll get caught in this boulder, which isn't terrible, but it keeps you from killing them quickly before they get to your base.
Yeah.
So the boulders kind of mess with line of sight, but other than that, it's got a lot going for it. Plus, it's pretty. It's nice to look
Silver,
at.
are you inside the base right now?
No.
Fuck, there is a zombie inside.
Then kill it.
You guys leave the door open?
Probably.
I didn't. I jumped the wall.
All right, well, hell, not too shabby, sir. Not too shabby.
Yep.
There are a bunch of various first night and first week designs. Your first week design had better be better than your first night design, or you're gonna have a bad day.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a horde.
Oh,
Oh.
goody.
They've got a horde back at the base.
Well, let's go help them out, buddy.
Sounds good.
If I could
All right.
run, I would be running.
Well, we can,
Holy
and we are.
Shit.
Well, don't kill them all before I get there, Sharky Man.
You can try kiting them around too, so they don't beat the hell out of the same part of the wall.
Yeah. We've got enough defenses out there that you should be okay if you just run around on the perimeter. It's not like it's a feral horde, so...
Oh, good point. You might be able to stay hidden, and they might just eventually, phrasing here, but rub
Silver
themselves
northwest.
around the wall.
Yep.
Where are you at, Shark?
Well, I took them down, so.
Well, thanks for saving some for me. Oh, I hear them. Holy crap.
More feathers.
And so, everybody watching, we're on day 18, which means we're between our second and third horde. And after your day 14 horde, the amount and the veracity of the hordes definitely increase.
Yeah.
Plus, we are playing on always run,
Holy shit.
so you're gonna see that.
Yeah. So, things to keep aware of. When you get to day 14 in vanilla, that's when you will start seeing... You have a chance of getting a feral, and it's 1 to 3 of them, I think, on the day 7 horde.
Oh, wow.
If they spawn, it's 1 to 3 of them. Now, what they don't tell you is if you're in certain areas, certain biomes actually have modifiers to this number.
Oh, I
what-
didn't know that.
Yeah, the burning like the burning town biomes and stuff, like the cities, specifically the city wastelands, have an increased chance. Basically, you will always get them.
Nice.
They will replace the night horde.
How, when you come back, you have to make a new fire spike.
Well, at least they found that trap. That's good.
Yeah.
So Valmont also affords us a whole slew of traps that aren't available in vanilla.
Haha.
7 days to die.
Yeah.
Vanilla.
Pudding. Mhm.
Oh, pudding? No. Ice cream, yeah, but pudding? Nah. No, brah.
You're missing out,
Silver?
buddy.
What?
I was at 15 minutes of my broken leg, and now you're broken again.
Nice. Is the horde all dead?
I
Did you
think
take
that's a
care of
landmine that just blew up, buddy.
Yes, it is a landmine.
Is the horde
And
all
I
dead?
really hate you right now.
So, guys, we are at 30 minutes for this episode.
Indeed
Well, I
we
want to
are.
kill horde.
The deer hit the landmine. Sweet.
Stupid fucking deer. That's expensive.
Hey, it's free meat, bro.
Yeah. Don't complain about free goods.
Come here and loot the bastard.
I'm on my
So
way
guys,
over.
before we sign off here, if you have seen Season 3 Walking Dead, there is a particular place that we are trying to rebuild. I know it's been years, but I won't spoil anything, but that's what we're going for, and we hope that you can...
Did Sharky just blow himself up?
Nope,
No,
silver.
he didn't.
Ah.
Awesome.
He
We're
didn't
trying
do-
to rebuild it, guys, so we hope that you join us, and you continue to watch. And yeah, we also hope you've enjoyed this episode. We hope it's been helpful.
Jarky, I hate you
No, guys,
so much.
please leave your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to visit everybody's channel. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you have any questions about how to survive your first night, definitely post them in the comment section below. Anything else, Hal?
Yeah, welcome to the community, to all of the new folks that are joining us here. Hope you enjoy it, and
community.
yeah.
And it's going to be tough to learn, but it's fun and it's worth it. And after a while, you guys will be looking for more of a challenge.
And just remember that you're going to get, in any gaming community, there's always going to be the asshats. Well, you know, in 7 Days to Die, you're going to get that, but it's only in good nature because, well, we're all surviving a zombie apocalypse, so they will treat you like that.
True.
Keep
Anyway,
laughing, Bulgarian boy.
That's what you get for
Yeah.
broken my legs.
Bulgarian love muffin, Victor Crumb over there.
all right. So on that note, I think we're done here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Again, welcome to the community. Hope to see more of you around. And as always, take care and be safe out there, everybody.
I
sign
love
off was
those
better.
rides. I love those rides. Goodbye, all.
Bye, guys.
Until next time, see you later. I'm gonna get you, Shark. I am gonna get you.